May the 21st, whitebeams, rowans and service trees. All these trees are in the genus Sorbus, of which there are over 100 different species. Rowans have pinnate leaves with many leaflets, whitebeams have oval leaves, and while service trees have leaves like maples. As all of them interbreed, producing many intermediates, the range of leaf shape can be very confusing. Our native whitebeam, Sorbus aria, is now covered in bunches of large clotted cream-coloured flowers, which will deteriorate rapidly. There are 17 different local races of this tree in Britain, some of which are designated as species in their own right. They often exist in tiny populations, sometimes just a single tree. The rock whitebeam, Sorbus rupicola, and others such as Sorbus bristoliensis only exist as a small population in the Avon Gorge in Bristol, and nowhere else in the world. The least whitebeam, Sorbus minima, is restricted to just a couple of places on a limestone scar near Crookhowell in Wales. Others, such as Sorbus anglica and Sorbus lancastriensis, are found in only one or two areas in the West Country and Lancashire respectively. Rowan trees, Sorbus ocuparia, used to be rare as a wild tree in London, but due to being recommended for small gardens, it is now planted extensively and is often found self-seeded. The rowan hybridizes with the whitebeam to produce the bastard service tree, Sorbus thuringiaca. This is the most common of several similar hybrids to be seen in London's streets. The Swedish whitebeam, Sorbus intermedia, is another, which is popular due to its resistance to aerial pollution. The wild service tree, or checkers tree, Sorbus terminalis, is one of our rarer native trees. It can still be found easily enough in Larks Wood, Chingford. It is most famous for lending its name to the Prime Minister's weekend retreat in the Chilterns, where it still exists naturally. Many a public house has a fraudulent ensign with a picture of a checkerboard rather than of this tree. It hybridizes with the whitebeam to produce Sorbus vagensis, which is only found in the Wye Valley. Even more confusingly, there is another service tree, Sorbus domestica, which was originally also thought to be native due to a single ancient tree in the Wye forest. It has many leaflets like a rowan and produces small pear-shaped fruits, which, like medlars, can be eaten when bletted. 3 of these trees can be found in Crystal Palace Park Farmyard and 1 in Wanstead High Street Recreational Ground. The leaves of all these trees can vary from the elliptical leaf of the whitebeam to completely different pinnate leaf of the rowan. Consequently, confident identification can be difficult, and fruits may make it easier in the autumn. The berries also vary from scarlet in the case of the rowan to white, pink, green and crimson in the many different Sorbus species. In gardens, it is the enormously large-leaved Sorbus aria majestica that is worth seeking out, and Sorbus aria Beissneri with its unforgettable, shiny, metallic, copper-coloured bark. Tree flowers. From last month, many magnolias, crabapples, cherries and maples are still to be seen in flower. Magnolias tend to be noticed less this month as their leaves are now obscuring their flowers. However, some of the most beautiful magnolias with crimson centres, for example Magnolia sieboldii, are just coming into flower. Others with tight, upright, lily-shaped flowers, for example Magnolia liliflora, may also be becoming more common. The tallest of them all, Magnolia acuminata, the cucumber tree, has metallic blue and yellow flowers. One planted at Kew in the early 18th century is now over 25 metres in height. Other tree flowers often noticed now include red and white horse chestnuts, yellow and pink buckeyes, the Judas tree, kuai, foxglove tree, handkerchief tree, medlar and laburnum. A white rather than the usual purple-flowered Judas tree can be seen at Fulham Palace. Adam's laburnum, Laburnocystus adamii, can be found in the City of Westminster Cemetery at Hanwell. It's a chimera, curiously producing distinct separate bunches of purple and yellow flowers on the same tree. The purple flowers originate from a purple broom, Cytisus purpureus, which was grafted onto a laburnum by a Monsieur Adam at his home in Paris in 1825. The tissues of both plants amalgamated perfectly to produce this oddity. There are also still many oriental cherries in flower, although quite a number seem to disappear as crab apples reach their best. Cultivated crab apples, Malus species, are some of the most attractive of all tree flowers, going from bright red through pink to white, and often just a mixture of all these colours. Other than Kew and Wisley, a fine collection of flowering trees this month can also be enjoyed in Cannizaro Park.